This question is testing you on your understanding that when you share something equally, it is effectively a division and you're creating a fraction. So in this case, the 4 girls shared 2 identical butter cakes equally. So when that happened, you've got 2 cakes shared by 4 girls. And you've created a fraction there. In the same way, when the 5 boys share 4 identical cakes equally, you're also creating a fraction. 4 cakes shared by 5 boys. So this question is asking for a difference. So when you do a difference, you're finding out how much is what happens when you take a subtraction. So you're doing a subtraction here because you're doing a difference between the two. Now, of course, we know that the big problem here is you cannot do a subtraction when the denominator is different. You have to change the denominator of 2 of them. So let me use a different color so that we can see. And to do that, we look for the lowest common multiple. Okay, and in this case, 5 and 4, the lowest common multiple is 20. And we achieve that by multiplying the 5 by 4 and by multiplying the 4 by 5. And in a fraction, for something to be equivalent, what we do to the bottom, we must also do to the top and vice versa. So in this case, if I multiply 4 at the bottom, I must also multiply 4 on top. If I multiply 5 at the bottom, I must also multiply 5 on top. And this will result in a final fraction that looks like this. So 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 4 is 20, minus 2 times 5 is 10, 4 times 5 is 20. So when we do subtraction of fractions, we keep the denominator and subtract the numerator. So we keep the denominator, 16 minus 10 will give you 6. Now, 6 out of 20 is not the simplest form. Usually the teacher will ask you to give the answer in the simplest form. So a simplest form of a fraction is one where you cannot divide the top and the bottom anymore, but any number except a 1. So in this case, a 6 and a 20, hey, we can divide both top and bottom by 2, right? We divide top and we divide the bottom by 2. And this will result in us getting 3 out of 10. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 20 divided by 2 is 10. And this will be our final answer.